Yo, what up? Flowers and 40s. Check us out, flowersand40s.com. So this is how to start a streetwear brand. I know I did a couple videos like a few weeks ago, but this is a little more like in depth with it. So yeah, let's dive in. The first thing you want to do is do your research with everything. Figure out, you know, how you're going to make the shirts. Figure out your name, your logo, how you're going to print it. Are you going to buy a vinyl cutter? Are you going to buy a screen press? You know, are you going to make your shirts yourself, or are you going to have other people make it and then you buy it in bulk? You know, everything down to the website. You want to have your website down. You want to have, you know, everything figured out before you go and spend money. And it seems dumb. It seems like, you know, oh, I'll just learn it on the way. But when you do it like that, you're going to be spending more money and more of your time figuring this stuff out as you go along. So if you do your research with, you know, so much of it in the beginning, it'll be so much easier for you guys to start it up. And another thing with t-shirts, you know, there's so many different t-shirts out there. There's so many different companies out there. American Apparel is a high-end one. And with them, you have to have a business ID number. So you have to be a legal company to order wholesale from them. There's other companies out there that will do it where you can just order in bulk and wholesale from them with nothing. You know, you just type in your information and you can order. So you definitely have to figure out what company you want to get your shirts from and you know, what feels the best to you. So again, do your research. Tshirtforum.com, they're a great website to go to. They will have every answer for your questions. Like, there's some great dudes on there and they will answer every single question. Don't rush. You don't have people lining up out the door, you know, waiting for your t-shirt. You know, you're a new brand. Don't rush. You want everything to be about the quality of your brand, of your product. You know, you don't have people begging to get your shirt yet, so, you know, you don't need to rush. The other thing with that is don't cut corners. And what I mean by that is don't, you know, buy cheap shit and then put it on your shirt, because, you know, if you get a nice shirt, say you get an American Apparel shirt, and then you buy like shitty sew tags and stuff, it's like, what? You're putting shit onto quality, so it's like, it doesn't really, it's not going to even it out there. You know, it's just going to be shit. You have, your sew tags are ripping or whatever, and it's just falling apart, and it's like, wow, this is a great shirt, but what's going on? And with that, you know, I have a little story. I was photographing my friend's kid the other day, and I had these cheap triggers for my flashes, and they just went crazy. Like, they were just flashing whenever, and I was like, what's going on? I can't figure it out. And so I immediately came home and bought some expensive triggers. And I was like, you know, that's what I get for buying cheapo triggers. You know, it failed on me when, you know, at the worst possible time. But, you know, you get what you pay for. So, like, if you want quality, you're going to need to spend the money to get quality. You know, don't cut corners. Don't go the cheap way out and, you know, try to save some money, because, you know, there's other ways to save money than to buy cheap-ass shit. So, yeah, luckily it was my friend, and, you know, it wasn't bad. So, moving on. Look at others. Look at others. Look at other local streetwear brands, what they're doing. Look at the higher end, you know, DGK, Diamond, LRG, all those companies, or whatever your brand is towards. You know, if you're doing, you know, streetwear or whatever it might be. But look at what they're doing. When you start your website, check out other people's websites. See how they're laying it out. See how, you know, what they're doing. Don't copy what they're doing, but, you know, use it as a guideline. Use it. I mean, that's how people do things. You know, you look at what they're doing, and then you do it, and then you add your little flavor to it. It happens with everything. So check out what they're doing. Check out what the marketing they're doing. You know, granted, you know, a lot of the big companies have hundreds of thousands of dollars to market, but be creative. You know, they didn't start with $100,000. You know, they built their company up. So always look at other people's work, see what they're doing. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just be creative, you know, and don't again copy other people's work. Just look at it, get a reference of what they're doing, and then add your thing to it. Another big thing is your website. That's where you're going to be selling your product. That's where you'll make the most money. So a website is huge. There's literally a formula on how to build a website, and what I mean by that is you don't want to have like a bright red background because it's distracting to the eye. Like the eye gets tired looking at like a color like that. There's so many weird little detail things that actually help, but you'd have no clue. And with the website, people are dumb. People want simple, they want easy, they don't want to read a lot. So on your homepage, you want it to be simple. Your whole website, you want it to be simple. You want it to be easy to navigate and very easy to use. You don't want to have it be confusing. People don't know where to order shirts, they don't know where to go, and it's just like they just give up and they're done. So make it very simple, make it easy. Check out the formula on how to do that. One, social media. You don't want to have like 6 of them and then you realize it's overwhelming and then you drop 2 of them, and it's like it'll suck because the people who started following you and got interested in it, and then you just get it because you don't have the time. So pick 3, 2 or 3, maybe 4 if you can, because I'm assuming that you guys are doing it by yourself. And that your hands are going to be full. You're going to have so many more things to do than play on your phone or whatever it might be. So social media is good. It's free promotion. It's one of the best tools you can use, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself and do too many where you can't keep up. The other thing with social media, when you come out with a video or something, you want to put like the teaser, or any product you come out with, you want to put the teaser on social media and then say, for the full thing or for the full video, come back to the website, or for the full story, come back to the website and check it out, because you always want people coming back to your website. Because again, that's where your product is and that's where they can buy things. There's different ways you can do stuff. Consignment, selling on your website. Consignment's good. It gets your name out there. It gets the legit factor. Oh, you're selling in stores now? Cool. But it's a 50-50. They take 50% usually. So if you're selling a shirt for 20 bucks, they'll buy it off you for 10, and then they'll sell for 20, and then they'll make their 10. The downside with that is you're not making as much money as you could if you sold it on your website. But again, you're getting your name out there. Other people that might not have seen your stuff are seeing it, and when you're in a store, it gives, again, the legit factor of, damn, he's selling in stores. People like to see that. So this is something that you have to love to do. You want to do it. You're not going to dive into it and a month later come out and be like, making crazy money. It doesn't work like that. You got to put in the time and the effort to do it. And sometimes it takes years, to build up your brand and really, make it what it is. And when we first started Flowers and 40s, we were all hyped on it. Me and the 2 other kids doing it. And, after a month went by or 2 months went by, they kind of started losing interest. And, I'm still sitting there working and grinding every day because, I love it. And I would hit them up, and they'd be out partying, or they'd post something on Instagram or Facebook, like they're drinking, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, this is a business, and when you look at it like that, like, this is literally, once you go legal with it, you got to start paying taxes and everything. You're just like a business as the people you work for. I'm assuming you still have another job, so you might not have employees, but you're never going to get to that point if you don't work. So you need to put in the work. You need to put in over 40 hours a week to get it off the ground. And I have a full-time job. I got 2 kids. I still come home every night and work on Flowers and 40s till like 3 in the morning. getting stuff done, making stickers, making shirts. You know, throughout the day, I'm posting onto Facebook, Instagram, things like that. So you have to want to do it. You have to love it. With me, it's, you know, skateboarding. I blew out my knee when I was 21. Super depressed after that. You know, all I cared about was skating. And, you know, but now, you know, Flowers and 40s brings me back to the skate game. You know, I can't skate as hard as I could, but I can, you know, chill at the skate parks, you know, give out shirts to the little kids, you know, all that stuff. It just keeps me in the skate game, and I love it.